Hello, everyone, and welcome to Deconstructing the Dark Passenger podcast about all things Dexter. I'm Jean.
I'm Victoria.
Today, Season 3, Episode 2, Finding Freebo. That Freebo, he's a wily one. We open up with Dexter is in the lobby of the... it's an OBGYN, right?
Yes.
Why are there all these kids in the lobby?
I don't know.
I guess. Anyways, a lot of kids.
There was.
Dexter he's really more uncle material because he likes to be able to give the kids back when they're not fun anymore when they start crying. But he's looking at all the kids. He's like, well, you know, what they could all be. This one's going to be maybe a scientist and whatever. And then they got this one kid's like, has his face pressed to the aquarium. He's picking his nose. He's like, hey, you could be president of the United States. Like, maybe. He and Rita have a very quiet and awkward elevator ride. Rita is very cognizant. We have to talk and figure out what we're doing here. Dexter's like, oh, okay, I guess we do, I mean, Dexter's, the whole episode, I don't know what he's assuming is going to happen. Rita gets to her own conclusion by the end, but it's so funny because Dexter's just like, I guess I can just kind of pretend this isn't happening. He's very distracted by it all. Well, that and his Freebo issue. So he's got a lot on his mind, as usual. Poor Deb, she's so neglected in this season because the last episode, he didn't notice her haircut. And this time, she's yelling from the whole elevator. He just keeps going.
Yeah.
Speaking of Deb, so Joey comes in and has got coffee.
Yes.
And she says something about his watch. I don't know if it's like a Patek Philippe or whatever.
Rolex.
It's a Rolex. Okay. So we're getting these little bits and pieces of where's a cop getting all this money. Like a brand new detective, too.
Yeah, he was narcotics first.
Yeah, he wasn't narcotics, so we'll see. We got this Jane Doe, which is Tegan. Dexter knows it's Tegan. Nobody else knows this is Tegan.
Yeah.
So he's pretending to work it. He's not really working it. He's working his own angle. He's not going to give anybody any information that doesn't help him because he needs to get to Freebo before anybody else does. So Vincent had this article that he submitted to Forensics Quarterly that he's waiting on to get published, or he's hoping will get published. And he's got the lab, he's got this incense, and this little statue of Buddha. And Dexter's like, I didn't know you were a Buddhist. He's like, oh, yeah. And Dexter's like, well, that's strange because many Japanese people are Shinto. And Vince's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, just sure, I'll be that too. Does that help? Like, whatever gets him published, he doesn't care. And Dexter gives the Buddha's belly a little rub before he leaves. Because he's needed at the doctor's office. So he's like, okay, I'm going to rub this belly. Maria is basically telling Miguel, like, look, the whole team is on it. You got the best forensic team. And he's like, yeah, oh yeah, they're so cool that they had the Bay Harbor butcher working with them. And they were like, yeah, whatever. And nobody knew. But Maria takes the blame, saying she was too personally involved, too close to Dokes. And that's why she kind of stepped back from the situation. And she tells Miguel maybe he should do the same thing. She is getting her own reassurances from Angel. Angel's like, don't worry, Maria, we got this.
We got it.
I mean, no, you don't, because you got Dexter is going to be working against you. But he's got his own problems. He's like looking at Miguel. He's like, I don't have time for this guy. So Deb goes back to her old beat, talking to some of the working girls. Petunia, in particular, is very helpful here.
Yeah.
They got this terrible picture of Tegan, or her corpse picture, like a picture of her dead body at the crime scene. And Petunia's like, oh, that hair, the highlights, it's great. I love her hair. And here comes IA again. Yuki. What an exchange, because Yuki, she called her out like, your whole existence is this job. Like, that's all you are, is being a cop and your treadmill.
Yeah.
And Deb's like, but you're kind of a cunt.
Yeah. I loved it. She just looks right at her feet. You're kind of a cunt.
It was great. I loved it. That's my Deb. Dexter finds out that Tegan lives on Sorority Row. And he's like, Tegan, I don't like that name.
Yeah.
What about like Megan or whatever? Like the old school, the classics. And he's having a dream about all these babies. He's like, well, if it's a boy, yeah, how about Dexter Jr.? Yeah, because you hate your child. Definitely name it Dexter Jr. So he's on his way to go check out what he can find out on Sorority Row. Miguel snags him, ropes him into dinner with Syl, gets Rita invited while he's at it. Deb goes back to the club. to find Anton. And Anton is like, I got nothing. Like, I owe Quinn. I don't owe you. I don't know anybody else. And he tells her, you got a mouth on you, lady. You're just...
Yeah.
He gives her information what leads her to the obvious conclusion that I kind of would have thought she already knew, which is you're looking for a drug dealer that takes payment in sex if you want to find whoever killed Tegan or the last person to see Tegan or whatever. That's your best bet. She was clearly a junkie, and she was working for her money. It's interesting. I guess they have to kind of speed up this relationship for purposes of the storyline, because it feels like, Rita's never met these people. Dexter's only met them a couple times. They go over there, and they're confiding all these things. Like, Rita's confiding so much with Syl, and Dexter and Miguel are confiding with each other. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, usually you wouldn't tell anybody you're pregnant until the third trimester. Dexter's told Deb, and he tells a couple other people. So they're speeding up this relationship. This is like a friendship that might take a long time to develop. They're like kind of jumping right into it. Dexter and Miguel both have father issues. I guess Miguel's father, we're concluding that he was maybe has own mental problems or whatever, but he was very demanding and
a drunk.
Abusive. We also find out that between Rita and Syl that she doesn't want to pressure Dexter, which, this kind of feels out of character.
Yeah.
With things they've shown us about her and her tendency to pressure Dexter into acting certain ways or doing certain things, like last season. She's like, I can't even look at you unless you go to NH, and now she's like, I don't want to pressure him. Like, girl, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I think she says that, but in her heart of hearts, she knows what she wants.
Yeah. So, Miguel has ulterior motives. He's not just inviting Dexter over to be friendly or be grateful for the wake, for Dexter tending to wake. It's, he wants to talk to somebody within the investigation because he feels like Maria's going to spin stuff to make herself look good.
Yeah.
Angel's going to do the same. That's his feeling on it. So he wants some real insight from somebody that's actually getting their hands on it. Dexter's like, no, we're going to get him. It's fine. And Miguel tells Dexter, well, just between you and me, Ramon's got a lead. Ramon's got something. But he doesn't want to share because that's not how he works. And Dexter's like, what does Ramon have? He's gotten a hold of Freebo's mother's cell phone, so they're going to use that to kind of triangulate on Freebo.
Yeah.
So now Dexter's like, fuck. So now the clock is ticking. He goes over to Sorority Row, to Tegan's sorority house. There's a kegger going on. He is not blending in. I mean, like, I guess he's trying to. He's got the red cup, but it's still like, everybody's going to be like, somebody's dad is here.
Yeah, I mean, he's visibly older than they are, so.
He meets these two girls that I guess they were in the same sorority with Tegan. They know her, and they call her, she was a hoe bag. She's not here. Maybe she's at her hoe pad. Which, anyway, she tells him that Tegan lives at 22 Lincoln Log, and he's like, is that maybe Lincoln Lane?
Yeah, that was cute.
Dexter, at this point, believes that his child will not turn out like this. Okay, sure. All right. I mean, you can hope, right?
They all drink at some point.
Him and Rita do some pros and cons about children. They're cute, but they're expensive. Either they could end up being a hoe bag. Or something else. I mean, who knows? So Deb is latching on to this thing that Yuki had said when Yuki was telling her about you don't have anything, it's just your job and your treadmill. And she's basically talking about you need to get a hobby. And she suggests scrapbooking. Look, she doesn't even know what scrapbooking is. It's not even like she doesn't know the ins and outs of it. She's like, what is a scrapbook? What is scrapbooking? What are these words? Is this a French thing? What's happening? And she asks Dexter, and he rattles off like the Webster's dictionary definition of scrapbooking, like the Wikipedia entry. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. Quinn and Angel get a lead on a friend of Freebo's, and this upsets Dexter. He's like, oh, why is this department suddenly getting efficient? I don't like it.
Yes, he's got to get busy and find Freebo because the apartment is becoming annoyingly effective.
Yes! I hate it when my cops solve crimes. This is terrible. They find the Zach guy, and he's talking to them, and they hear something, and he's like, it's just a cat. It's nothing. It's just a cat. Right? And they're like, oh, okay. Well, they open this bathroom door, and there is indeed a cat there. There's also a woman flushing pills down the toilet, and she's just like, hey.
How you doing?
How's it
Just
going?
gonna flush these pills.
I'm pooping standing up, that's all. Not doing anything. So, in order to save his own ass, or attempt to save his own ass, Zach offers information on Chicky Hines. This will be important. According to Zach, Chicky Hines is a big case for Miguel Prado. He's just gotten a conviction. He's getting ready to go for sentencing. And according to Zach, Chicky Hines is innocent. Somebody else did it. And Chicky Hines has the information. Well, nobody wants to hear that. Right? Like, least of all, like Miguel and Maria. And they're like,
Nobody's gonna rock this boat.
nobody's rocking this boat. We need to get Freebo. Whew. So anyway, I liked this. I was trying to peg this because I know, like, in the first and second season, it was all these flashbacks of Harry, and he still continues to have flashbacks throughout the series. But it feels like this season is all these kind of visions. And then I know later on he gets into where I think when you think about how he thinks about Harry, you mostly remember him using, like, Harry has his conscience, you know.
Yes.
He bounces things off of or whatever. But I feel like this, we're getting a lot of these unrelated visions this season, and not so many. He's getting some flashbacks too, but like they're kind of ramping up this other stuff.
Yeah, I think this season maybe James Remar had another job.
Maybe. I think he usually had another job, but I don't know. But I do like this, though. I really like this scene. He's picturing himself. He's on the playground. I don't know if they know it's a boy.
They don't know. I mean,
he pictures it as a boy.
First of all, you usually don't tell people you're pregnant until after your first trimester.
Yeah.
You can't find out what the gender is until you're at least 16 weeks along.
Yeah, so whatever it is, I thought it was too soon, but anyway, he imagines the child as a boy. And Astor and Cody are there, and Harry, of course, is there. Like by the time the kid is that big, because the kid is like Astor and Cody size in this vision, and Harry is like, no, I mean, Astor and Cody are going to be like teenagers by the time the kid's that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, they're not going to be running around playing tag on the playground together, you know? And Dexter's like, oh, you just couldn't picture this. You couldn't have imagined that this was how it would turn out, you know? Basically telling Harry, see, you thought that things were going to be one way, and they ended up being another way. There was another possibility there that you didn't even entertain. You didn't even think was possible. And then he turns around, and his child is dressed up in his kill costume, and he's got his little wire that he chokes people out with. I liked just the way they had that kid just sitting there with the wire tight.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, but in the meantime, Deb gets some information from Anton. It's about this guy named Javier. He's a dealer.
Yes.
And Deb is still on about the scrapbooking thing. Like, I'm not going to be scrapbooking.
I know. She could not let it go.
Let it go.
Oh my god, every time she yelled about it, I'm like, scrapbooking is not that bad, Deb.
It's really not. But she pays Javier a visit. She sends him a picture of T, and he's like, I don't know who that is. And this girl on the couch is like, oh, yeah, I've seen her before on your dick.
Yeah, you fucked her.
So the Freebo link is established. Now Dexter's at the station, and he finds out Deb's got a lead, and he's like, great, everybody's getting leads. What's going on? Vince throws away his Buddha because he found out he got published, so he just threw away the Buddha.
Yeah, he threw away it all. It all worked. He got published, and here he comes with the little magazine.
Maria is with the Prados. Ramon has a very short temper. We're starting to see.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking with Miguel. Nobody is happy about the possibility of there being exculpatory evidence for Chicky Hines. Chicky Hines will haunt the next few episodes.
Yes.
I don't remember if we ever meet Chicky.
I don't think so.
We ever see Chicky Hines. Okay, so Deb has established this link between the murder of Oscar Prado and Tegan.
Yes.
Okay, which is like Freebo, right? Freebo is the link, right? So she's like, well, I guess we got to merge them. I'm like, well, I guess you do, but this is one of those things where it's like, okay, they're just doing this to be convenient. But I'm like, well, if you just got kicked off the Prado case because they thought it was too big for you, and you say, well, now these cases should be merged, they'll be like, yeah, I guess you're going to have to find something else to do.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. You know?
Nope.
It's really weird. In the meantime, she kind of casually mentions that she had gotten all this information about Javier and stuff from the CI. And Quinn's like, wait a minute, no, Anton is my CI. Like,
Yeah. How does he say it? Don't use them up or something?
don't use him up.
Yeah, I'm like, really? You're talking about a CI. Don't use them up.
He's a person. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So Dexter is at the hoe pad, Tegan's hoe pad.
Oh.
Freebo is just walking around naked. He's just sitting at the computer naked. He's doing his stuff naked. So Dexter's got to take care of business, and he walks in, and Freebo just got the pork and beans rolled out. Dexter's be like, I just didn't want another man's balls on my leg today, but I guess that's what we're doing.
I mean, I don't know if any of it matters because he strips everybody before he wraps them in. He strips them, he wraps them in plastic wrap, and he kills them and he cuts them up. So at some point, he's touching somebody's penis, I'm sure.
There's a difference between, this person's unconscious, and I just take their clothes off and wrap them up in plastic. That's basically you're a nurse, Just nurses do that all the time.
Nurses wrap people up in plastic all the time?
They take people's clothes off or whatever,
Okay.
to do things. Not to do what Dexter does. There's plenty of circumstances under which a person can't move or whatever, so you have to help them get dressed and blah, blah, blah. There's just between that and like Greco-Roman wrestling, somebody with their boobs and Wiener. So if it was two women.
Boobs.
But it was two women. I mean, as a person with boobs. I'm saying I would be very conscious of the fact of my boobs are like, oh, that tickles. Hey, you pinched my nip there. Come on.
I'm not even sure how we got here. I mean, at some point he's touching stuff because he kills people and he undresses them.
Well, I
don't know if it matters if they're conscious or not. I don't know. I think for Dexter, the turn on is the kill.
Well, yeah, but I just thought it was so funny. Freebo. I mean, he doesn't have socks on. He's just...
No, he doesn't.
I'm like, but he's at this house because he knows there's heat on him. I'm like, so if you know there's heat on you, shouldn't you be ready to go?
I mean, I would think that he would have like a bag packed and at least pants and a shirt on with like shoes you can just slip on and run.
Something ready, yeah.
I would think so, but like he's in this house. It's totally quiet.
No, it's not. He's got a loud music.
The first time was.
Well, the first time, yeah.
He's totally quiet. The lights are all out. He's sitting at a computer. Like, I guess he's going to hear if somebody's coming in. Maybe. But yeah, I mean, he's nowhere near ready to go. Because he's just walking around, getting food, looking around. I mean, it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he looked like he's just like everything's fine, but, But so Dexter has to go get his gear. But then Rita shows up. He's in the middle of packing and getting his kill kit and stuff together. Rita shows up. And she's like, well, all I got is cons. Like, I have 2 kids. I know what a disaster it is. But I'm going to keep the baby. And, yeah, in a perfect world, I'd like to do it with you. But if you don't want to, it's okay. I've been a single mother for 12 years or whatever. I got it, whatever you do is your choice, basically.
Yeah.
And now, great. Now he's got another thing he's got to think about. Rita, just make his decisions for him. Take something off this man's plate. He's got too much going on. So he goes back to Freebo's and he gets him. And this is a weird way to kill him because he's got him like standing up in a vertical position. Mm-hmm. And he stabs him in the neck. And he said, I didn't do Tegan, but he did do those other 2 girls. But so Miguel has, this whole time, it's started raining. Miguel has been watching, but he hasn't seen Dexter. He's just been watching
the house.
And he's got a gun, so he's like, all right, this is it. I'm going. And he goes into the house, and he kind of sees the signs of the struggle. And Dexter's coming out of this, like, he's got this little garage that he had killed Freebo in, or a little side part of the house.
Yeah, it's like a side garage.
Yeah. Here comes Miguel. So they run into each other. And Miguel's fine with it. Dexter's got a bloody knife. And he's like, it was self-defense. Yeah, you better think quick here, right? Like,
yeah. He tells him there was a struggle, and Freebo came at me with a knife. And
the knife was Miguel's father's knife from Vietnam that Miguel's father had given to Oscar.
Which is what actually killed Oscar.
Right.
And Dex ran out with it.
Right. So now we've got Fredo.
Fredo.
So we got Freebo. We got that guy tied back to this. So Miguel's like, all right, well, let's clean this up. We gotta get rid of the evidence. And Dexter's like, oh, no.
I got you. You can't be anywhere around this. You're the ADA.
Yeah.
I'll take care of this. I'm the blood guy.
Plausible deniability. We have the setup for one of my favorite scenes where Dexter and Miguel hugs him. And there's some blood transference from Dexter's knife into Miguel's shirt.
And Dexter hugs him and tells him, I didn't know if I could really do this, but you did.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna get good. This baby thing feels weird this time through for some reason to me. I don't know. I guess it's just the way that nobody really seems happy about it, which is fine. I mean, I know for some people that is not a happy thing, but nobody really seems happy. And then I've never just seen somebody like just in a show like this where it's like the subtleties of the decision here are not important because she's either going to have it or not. Yeah. Obviously, in this show, they would not have even had her be pregnant if she wasn't going to have the baby because it's going to introduce complications to Dexter's life, and that's what the show is about.
Yes.
Right? I don't know. It was weird to me the way they handled it. Freebo, I'm going to miss him. Going to miss him. And his little naked butt just rolling around. And this little mean girl. Fuck off, Tegan.
Hoe bag.
And your hoe bag.
Those girls, they were such mean girls.
They were so funny.
It was ridiculous.
Deb in the scrapbooking thing. I need to find out if like scrapbooking is like Jennifer Carpenter's hobby or something. That would be funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah. She wanted to make fun of it. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think scrapbooking's that bad. I like doing it.
I think it's fine. I think Deb just, anything that isn't basically being a cop, she's
against.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was funny that Anton's like, I don't have to help you. And Quinn's all like, don't run my CI dry or whatever.
Whatever
like,
he said, yeah.
It's crazy. But I thought it was a good episode. And you see Dex, he kills Freebo and he walks out and there's Miguel.
God.
And my heart dropped. I was like, oh, great. The last person on Earth. But Miguel's all cool with it. It's
Miguel was getting ready to kill Freebo himself.
But when I think about it, he tells Dex he didn't know if he could do it. And if he did do it, how is he going to get away with it? Is he going to call Ramon and ask him to help him?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but we've seen Ramon is a loose cannon.
Ramon is a loose cannon.
So would that have gone any better?
Maybe not.
We don't know. So all we know is Dex got his man.
Yeah, so I was complaining last episode about like it feels like they rushed this episode out. I'm not getting this vibe, so I think it was just that first episode was very strange.
Yeah.
This episode was fine as far as all that went.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about the whole thing with Miguel seeing Dexter come out with the blood on him?
Obviously, it's a thing we needed to have. I think it's done better. It's like it's believable in terms of the information we have for this. What's happening? This makes sense. I wish they had kind of maybe set up somewhere earlier in the episode that Miguel was stalking Freebo or had been watching Freebo or something. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. I think that the only thing I thought was kind of weird, when you bring up Ramon, I can't believe that Ramon was the one that was there instead of Miguel. That felt weird.
Yeah, it did feel weird because Ramon's the one getting the information.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ramon had already told Miguel that he had called his mom, but Miguel told Ramon, go home, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
So who knows?
But that doesn't feel, especially as we learn more about Ramon.
It doesn't feel like something Ramon would do.
Oh,
He'd
yeah,
want to do it himself.
Yeah.
You know, but my thing with that is, like, I can't believe he didn't come back and be like, Miguel, what happened? Did you go check it out?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because we don't hear anything about that after this.
Yeah, so that's a little weird. I mean, but as far as, like, the way it happened and everything, I don't really have a problem with, except in order for it to kind of happen the way it did, Dexter kind of had to act out of his normal character when he kills. Mm-hmm. There were a couple of things off, like just kind of jumping out of the kill room to see what was going on. All that kind of was weird. I mean, it's a good thing he did, but it didn't feel like something he normally does.
Yeah.
He would more like kind of slink off into a corner, kind of assess what was happening first, you know?
Yeah, so it was kind of weird that he went out the door to check on what he heard, because he knew he heard a noise. Because he usually doesn't do that. Or if he does it from inside the kill room.
Right. He does it, yeah.
Yeah.
He'll usually kind of, you know, stay close to the building or kind of slink in the shadows or whatever. So that, it did feel a little weird, but I don't think it was egregious enough to take me out of the moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I thought it was a good episode. We're continuing to have forward momentum.
Yes. Yeah, I think I definitely feel a shift from the season 2 into this season. I never think it's fair to compare anything to season 1, really, but there's definitely a shift back towards this, a feeling of we know what's. I get the feeling that the people in charge of the show went into this with a plan. I just did not get that in the second season at all.
Yeah. The second season was a little messed up for that. But yeah, I feel like they have a plan. I feel like they're laying it out piece by piece. In this one so far, every episode has given you something else. So it's not like in the past seasons where you've had, you know, your first episode and then it's nothing for a couple and then all of a sudden let's slam everything into the last
We
two.
are only in the second episode.
I know, but still, it's not like...
Well, I mean...
You're not more, like, what the hell is going on?
I mean, more in terms of season 2, where we were almost halfway through the season before you were getting any kind of... The real story was gelling. Yeah. We've already got it here. I mean, we had it the last episode. They're just putting the meat on the skeleton now.
Yeah, it's done. They're doing it faster this season.
Like I said, it does have the feeling of more of a sense of purpose this season than last season.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Do you have a lot else to say?
No, I'm good.
Okay. As we see more of the Miguel character, and we see how complicated things get for Dexter. Not even necessarily you think it would all come from the baby, but no, it's not. I mean,
nope, sure ain't.
Sure ain't. But I don't really have a lot else to say. So we're going to keep trucking along next week with episode 3. In February, we're going to be starting season 2 of The Final Assessment, which is our podcast about the television show Evil. And also this month, if you join us at our other podcast, Outside Food and Drink, we're going to be talking about John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy, which covers The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. And check out our website for the schedule for the rest of the year, or what we have so far for the rest of the year. Be it as it may, it's going to eventually all be there, but there's something there now. Until then, we will see you next Monday with episode 3.
Yep.
Later.
Later.